At the Detroit debate, you pledged you would support the nominee no matter who it is, even if it's Donald Trump. But yesterday, I have to say, you sounded like a man who was seriously reconsidering that. No matter what you see, you're not going to vote for Trump in the privacy of the voting booth.
Well, let me tell you that I think a significant number of Republicans will not vote for Donald Trump at the voting booth, no matter what I say or anybody else tells them. They just won't do it. They'll abstain. And, you know, I've never argued that anyone should abstain in an election, and I need to lead by example. Yeah, but I'll be frank, it's getting harder every day to justify that answer. And I'm not prepared to say something different today other than to tell you that I hope we can avoid that. I hope that through this process, somehow, some way, we can avoid leaving the Republican Party with a nominee that basically people have to make excuses for or can't ultimately support. I know already some public officials have said that, and I don't know what else to tell you other than, you know, it's getting harder every day to justify that statement to myself, to my children, to my family, and to the people who support me.
You compared Donald Trump to a third world dictator yesterday in an interview with the New York Times. How so?
Well, I don't know about a dictator. I said a third world strongman. You know, he's running for president, so no matter what, he won't be a dictator unless our republic completely crumbles, which I don't anticipate it will. But yeah, here's what happens in many countries around the world. You have a leader that emerges and basically says, don't put your faith in yourselves, don't put your faith in society, put your faith in me. I'm a strong leader, and I'm going to make things better all by myself. This is very typical. You see it in the third world. You see it a lot in Latin America for decades. It's basically the argument he's making that he single-handedly is going to turn the country around. We've never been that kind of country. We have a president. The president is an American citizen who serves for a period of time, constrained by the constitutions and the powers vested in that office. The president works for the people, not the people for the president. And if you listen to the way he describes himself and what he's going to do, he's going to single-handedly do this and do that without regard for whether it's legal or not. Look, I think people are going to have to make up their mind. I can tell you this, no matter what happens in this election, for years to come, there are many people on the right, in the media, and voters at large that are going to be having to explain and justify how they fell into this trap of supporting Donald Trump. Because this is not going to end well one way or the other. He's going to be the nominee and he's going to lose. Or he'll have thrown this party into its most chaotic and divisive period ever. And that's unfortunate because the Republican Party is the home of the limited government free enterprise movement in America. And if it crumbles or it divides or it splits apart, it'll be very difficult to elect candidates that hold those views at any level of government until we can bring the party back together.